Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a cave in southern Africa. It's dark, actual dark. No glow on the horizon, no distant light pollution. Just black sky, cold air, and the sounds of predators you can't see. This is roughly 1 million years ago. You have no weapons beyond sharpened stone. You have no walls. And somewhere out there, lions are watching you the way you watch a sandwich. Now picture the same scene, but there's a small flame at the mouth of the cave. Everything changes. Here's the disruption. For most of human history, fire wasn't a tool. It was a hostage situation. Early hominids didn't know how to create fire. They could only capture it from lightning strikes or wildfires and then desperately try to keep it alive. That means for hundreds of thousands of years, an ember was more valuable than food. Lose the flame, and you might not get another chance for months. This single fact will change how you think about human intelligence itself, because learning to control fire wasn't really about heat. It was the moment our ancestors stopped reacting to the natural world and started managing it. Let's start with the evidence. The actual, physical proof. In 2012, a team led by archaeologist Francesco Berna examined ash and burned bone fragments inside Wonderwerk cave in the Kalahari Desert region of South Africa. Using a technique called micromorphology, essentially reading the microscopic structure of burned material, Berna's team confirmed something extraordinary. These fires weren't from a wildfire that wandered in. The burn patterns showed intense, localized heat, consistent with a controlled fire inside a cave roughly 1 million years ago. That pushed the confirmed timeline of fire use back further than almost anyone expected. The species responsible wasn't even Homo sapiens. It was almost certainly Homo erectus, a hominid with a brain about 60% the size of yours. But here's where it gets stranger. Homo erectus didn't just tolerate fire, there's evidence they restructured their entire biology around it. In 2009, a Harvard primatologist named Richard Wrangham published a theory that reframed the entire fire story. He called it the cooking hypothesis. Wrangham argued that around 1.8 million years ago, something strange happens in the hominid fossil record. Gut size shrinks, teeth get smaller, and brain size starts climbing. Raw food takes enormous energy to digest. A chimpanzee spends nearly 6 hours a day just chewing. Cooking does some of that digestive work externally, using heat instead of stomach acid. That freed up calories, and calories, redirected, built brains. If Wrangham is right, fire didn't just keep humans warm, it built the organ you're using to understand this sentence right now. That's not the whole story, though. Because controlling fire once is one thing, controlling it forever is another. For a fire to matter across generations, you can't just start one. You have to guard it, feed it, carry it. This is where the story shifts from South Africa to a site called Gesher Beno Yaakov in northern Israel, beside the Jordan River. In 2004, archaeologist Naama Goren Imbar and her team found clustered burned flint and wood fragments dated to roughly 790,000 years ago, not scattered randomly, but concentrated in specific spots used again and again. That pattern suggests something remarkable. A hearth, a location, a place hominids returned to night after night to keep something alive that could not survive on its own. Except there was a problem. A big one. Keeping an ember alive for months, sometimes years, across migrations, weather, rain, and river crossings is almost absurdly difficult. One mistake and the group loses everything. So the real mystery isn't just when humans started using fire, it's how they eventually stopped depending on luck completely and learned to make it themselves. That leap from keeper to creator took a staggering amount of time. Current evidence suggests reliable fire starting on demand didn't fully emerge until sometime between 400,000 and 200,000 years ago. That's a gap of over 600,000 years between the first controlled hearth at Gesher Beno Yaakov and the ability to strike a spark whenever it was needed. The proof comes from an unlikely place: microscopic wear patterns on stone. In 2016, a study led by archaeologist Andrew Sorensen analyzed flint tools recovered from sites across Europe, including material linked to Neanderthal populations. Under magnification, certain flint pieces showed a very specific kind of damage. polish and rounded striking marks consistent with repeated percussion against pyrite, an iron sulfide mineral that throws sparks when struck at the right angle. This wasn't guesswork. It was a technique. Neanderthals, a species popular culture still frames as primitive, were manufacturing fire on demand tens of thousands of years before Homo sapiens even reached parts of Europe.